Hello, everyone. Welcome to Library Storytime. So glad you could join me this morning. How are you doing? How's your summer reading going? Well, you have 30 hours to read. Log those. Go to our website and sign up at the Beanstack. There'll be an area there where you can click on and sign up. But even if that doesn't work, just read 30 hours and come in and let us know and we can sign you up. So happy reading, and whenever you're done, there's no rush. We have all summer, but whenever you're done, you can come in and claim your prizes. So great job of reading today. Our theme will be fairy tales. Our theme for summer reading is tales and tales, tales of animals, and also fairy tales. And one of my favorite fairy tales is The Frog Prince. And I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this fairy tale. But this is a rendition by Paul Galdone, and I'm going to use some puppets to help me with this. But what would be our craft? I am very excited. You are going to make a crown. It will be a paper crown. It will be white, so you can paint it. I used paint sticks, but you can use crayons or water. I don't know about watercolor. It's kind of a wax base, but you could try, always try. And markers, so you can color it, and then you'll have lots of jewels and stickers to decorate, and you will have a beautiful crown. So thank you for coming to pick that up, and let's get started today with our story, The Frog Prince. It is an old folk tale from, Paul Galdone, The Frog Prince. It's European folk tale, so I don't know if it's Greek or Europe, but it is a European folk tale. And there's the Frog Prince. Now, once upon a time, in a castle, there lived a king, and his youngest daughter was so beautiful. Now, the youngest daughter loved to go into the great dark wood, and there was a linden tree. She would go there, and she would go and throw her golden ball. That tree was by a well, and she would go there to cool off on a hot, hot day. She would take out her golden ball and throw it up and catch it, up and catch it. It was her favorite pastime. She loved to throw that golden ball up and catch it, up and catch it. One day, the golden ball dropped to the ground near the edge of the well and rolled in the well. It went down, down, down into the well. Oh, she wept and wept because she had lost her golden ball. She wept and wept as if she could never be comforted. And in the midst of her weeping, she heard a voice saying to her, "What ails thee, king's daughter? Your tears would melt a heart of stone." And then she looked up to see whose voice that was coming from. There was nothing there but an old frog lifted his head, ribbit, ribbit, out of the well. It was a frog, stretching his thick head out of the water. "Oh, it is you, old warbler," she said. "I weep because my golden ball has fallen into the well." "Never mind, do not weep," answered the frog. "I can help you. But what will you give me if I fetch your golden ball?" Oh, the princess thought, and she said, "Oh, whatever you like, dear frog. Any of my clothes, my pearls, or even the golden crown that I wear." And the frog said, "Oh, your clothes, your pearls, your golden crown is not for me. But if you would love me and have me for your companion and let me eat from your plate and let me be with you and drink from your cup and sleep in your bed, then I will fetch that golden ball for you." "Oh, yes," said the princess, "I promise it all, if only you will get my golden ball." And she thought to herself, "Oh, what nonsense he talks, as if he could do anything but sit in the water and croak, or could possibly be anyone's companion." But the frog, as soon as he had heard her promise, he went deep, deep down into the water and went to the bottom of the well and came up with the golden ball in his hand. Now, he had the golden ball, and as soon as he came up, the princess said, "Oh, my golden ball." She was overjoyed to see her golden ball. She picked it up after he dropped it and ran off with the golden ball, not once stopping to think of the poor frog. The frog said, "Stop, stop, pick me up too. I cannot run as fast as you." But it was no use, as if she would not listen to the frog. She hurried home and soon forgot all about her promise. That next day, when the king's daughter was eating from her golden plate with the king and all the court, there came the sound of pit, patter, hop, 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 pit, patter, hop, 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 hopping up the marble stairs. And then there came a knocking at the door and a voice crying, "King's youngest daughter, let me in. King's youngest daughter, let me in." When she opened the door, there was the frog sitting outside. Then she shut the door hastily and went back to her seat, feeling very uncomfortable, uneasy. The king noticed how quickly her heart was beating and said, "My child, what are you afraid of? Is there a giant standing at the door ready to carry you away?" "Oh, no," she answered, "no giant, but a horrid frog." "And what does the frog want?" asked the king. And then the daughter explained what had happened to her father. "Oh, dear father, yesterday when I was playing, my golden ball fell into the well, and while I was crying, a frog came and got it for me after I promised I would let him be my companion. I never thought that he could leave the water, but now he is outside the door, and he wants to come in." She was explaining that to her father, and all they could hear was the frog knocking, and the father said, "Daughter, you must keep your promise." And they heard the frog saying, "King's youngest daughter, open the door to me. By the well water, what promised you to me? King's youngest daughter, now open the door to me." And the king said, "You must do as you have promised, let him in." And so she opened the door and let the frog in. Then he cried, "Lift me up to sit by you." But she delayed doing so until the king ordered her. When the frog was on the chair, he hopped up on the table, and there he sat and said, "Now push your golden plate a little nearer so that we may eat together." And so she did, but everybody could see how unwilling she was. The frog ate heartily, but the king's daughter could not eat a thing. "Now I am tired," said the frog at last. "You must carry me to your room, and we will lie down and go to sleep." Then the king's daughter began to weep, for she was afraid of the cold frog. But now the king grew angry with her and said, "You must do as you have promised." And so She picked that frog up by its leg and carried him to her room. When she had laid down to sleep, the frog hopped up, saying, "I am tired, and I want to sleep too. Take me up, or I will tell your father." Oh, then the little princess felt beside herself with rage, and picking him up, oh no, she threw him against the wall, crying, "Now be quiet, you horrid frog." And when that poor frog hit the wall, something happened. He wasn't a horrid frog anymore. He was a handsome prince. Oh, the prince said, "Oh, you have saved me from the wicked witch's spell. She had put a spell on me, and only the princess could save me. You have saved me, and the spell is broken. I am really a prince." And so, I bet you can guess what happened. The prince had a lot of kingdom of his own, and they married. And as many fairy tales end, I bet you can guess, they lived happily ever after. And so you see, the frog prince was really a real prince that was enchanted by a witch. And only a princess could save him. And so here's the golden ball, and here's a little pond right here. And let's look at a frog and a little song that goes, "There was a little green frog swimming in the water, a little green frog a-doing what he oughter. He swam and he swam to the lily pad, and he said, and he said, and he said, 'I'm glad I'm a little green frog swimming in the water.' Croak, croak, croak." Well, let's see what else is swimming in the water. We have a little fish, and what color is the fish? Red. There was a little red fish swimming in the water, a little red fish a-doing what he oughter. He swam and he swam to a lily pad, and he said, and he said, and he said, "I'm glad I'm a little red fish swimming in the water." Splish, splash, splish. Well, what color is this fish? You're right, orange. There was a little orange fish swimming in the water, a little orange fish a-doing what he oughter. He swam and he swam to a lily pad, and he said, and he said, and he said, "I'm glad I'm a little orange fish swimming in the water." Splish, splash, splish. And our last little fish is a yellowfish. There was a little yellowfish swimming in the water, a little yellowfish a-doing what he oughter. He swam and he swam to a lily pad, and he said, and he said, and he said, "I'm glad I'm a little yellowfish swimming in the water." Splish, splash, splish. So let's look at our colors. We have a green frog. Can you see our green frog? We'll put him up here. You can see him swimming in the water. A green frog, orange fish, yellow fish, red fish. Very, very good. Well, our last story is Down by the Cool of the Pool. Look at that frog. And Down by the Cool of the Pool, doesn't that sound like a good story to read on a hot day? Boy, it's been hot, so let's refresh ourselves by looking at Down by the Cool of the Pool by Tony Mitten. And this book has some good rhymes and actions. So get ready to move because we've got a lot of actions in this book. Down by the pool in the cool of the day, Frog cried, "Wee, can you dance like me?" Duck came to see, "I can dance too, but not like you. I can flap." Can you flap? I can flap. So Duck went flap, let's all flap, and Frog cried, "Wee, can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Pig came to see, "I can dance too, but not like you. I can wiggle." So Pig went wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Duck went flap, and Frog cried, "Wee, can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Sheep came to see, "I can dance too, but not like you. I can stamp." So Sheep went stamp, Pig went wiggle, Duck went flap, and Frog cried, "Wee, can you dance like me?" Down by the cool of the pool. Then up sprang Cat with a sudden bound, and Dog came frisking round and round. Goat butted in with a skip and a hop, and Frog cried, "Wee, that's great, don't stop." Then playful Pony began to prance, and Donkey drummed his hoof-beat dance. But when it came to capering Cow, Frog cried, "Wow, all together now!" With a stamp, and a wiggle, and a flap, and a wee, the animals danced so joyfully. Till with a bump, and a slip, and a trip, and a crash, and a whoops, watch out, and a topple, and a splash into the pool. They flapped and they flopped. But did they stop? Oh, no, 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 for they all cried ooh and whoop and wee. Come and see, oh, ha, ha, he. We're having fun dancing our dance in the cool of the pool. And they splished and splashed till their dance was done. Then away they drifted, and down went the sun. As there by the cool of the ripply pool, with a hop, hop, plop, even Frog was gone. And it's all quiet now, down by the cool of the pool. Well, that was fun. We flapped and wiggled and stamped, and wee! Can you dance like me? Down by the cool of the pool. Excellent job. That was fun doing all those actions. So thank you for joining me today. Remember to come in, pick up your paper crayon, and you can paint it or color it, and there'll be lots of jewels to decorate and some stickers too. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.